Nigerian students have been trapped at home for nearly 3 months as a result of the ongoing ASUU Strike. This has stirred reactions as well as protests by some Nigerian students. Today, we are currently at the University of Nigeria. On a regular school day, everywhere is filled with students. And today, as you can clearly see, everywhere is dry. This is Niger Feedback, and I am Blessing Okoro.
This is Niger Feedback.
They are standing for what they want, for what they are owed by the government, and then as much as it's detrimental to the students, it's also something they too are suffering. So I think it's actually necessary for them to get what they are owed or what they are promised.
We should look at the reason why the strike was called on in the first place, and when we look at the reason, we realize that it is as a result of negligence or perceived negligence on the part of some quarters. So what is the problem? The striking lecturers are asking or are saying that there's a need that has to be addressed for everything to go back to normalcy. So the federal government should listen to what these needs are and fulfill them. I think that's as simple as it can get.
In so many ways, the future leaders of tomorrow, the future leaders of this country are being withdrawn from what they are supposed to know, in the sense that the academic section is being put on hold because of it. And within a short period of time, you would expect a student to learn what he or she ought to have learned in a space of 5-6 months, within a month, and prepare for examination. It's not advisable, it's not good, and it's not healthy for us as students.
It's affecting everything concerning our studies, because we're supposed to be graduating next year, but because of this strike, it may affect us. We might not graduate with our mates.
It's affecting us due to our matric. We can't be able to do matric without them. And it's also affecting us because of exam. We can't be able to write our exams.
It's bad enough that I'm at home consuming food more than I should. Clothes, different kind of things. The bills on our parents is just much, and they just want us to graduate so that we can help them out in sorting 1 or 2 bills. But we are unable to do this because we can't graduate. Strike every time. I think we had more than a strike that lasted for more than 6 months recently, and now this one, from the warning strike, now they have carried it over to like 3 months. It's not fair.
This is Niger Feedback.
Some persons would say that the ASUU persons or the people in charge are not very nice persons. They're not considering students. But then if you're a child of a parent that is not being paid for 600 years, by day, you'll be very, very frustrated. Imagine asking your father for something. He's telling you they've not paid us. Yeah, that's sad.
Admission in 2019, and we finished 100 level in August 2021. That's 2 years. That's an average of 1 semester per year. So if we are going to run that way, I think we should know, so that for a 6-year course, we should know that we'll be spending at least 12 years or more. There are people who will say, okay, I'll get into school when I'm 19 years, graduate when I'm 24, I'll do this when I'm 26 and all that. But because the strike is impeding that scheduling, that calendar, it affects everything else in their life.
Our results, our examinations, even the matric, they said it will be shifted because of the ongoing strike in Unizik, our parent institution. So the thing is really, it is an appalling issue.
This is Niger Feedback.
That I don't even know when the strike will be called off. So thinking of going into business that requires, let's say, 2 or 3 months to develop, and if you eventually venture into that business and the strike is being called off, you'll be frustrated.
So tailoring, you pay your boss. You want to learn a skill, you will pay. And where will I get the money from? I am even pitying for my parents, but I don't know what to do. I have no option. I just have to stay where I am and do nothing.
The only thing I can say I am doing personally is that I'm trying to make sure that when this strike is called off, because it's not a matter of if, it is definitely going to be called off. When it's called off, I don't want to be rushing alongside school calendar. So what I'm doing personally is I'm trying to like offset my academic workload for this semester and the next.
I'm not learning a skill because of fund, and I'm not into business. Just that I'm just trying to learn on my own using the textbook that they gave to us.
This is Niger Feedback.
The federal government should, or whoever is in charge, or whoever it is, should please give what they are owed, or at least make an attempt, or at least fulfill part of the promises that has been promised, so that these persons can come back and help us be the people we're supposed to be through the institution.
Pay what they have promised. It's as easy as that. Even if you can't pay all, at least pay part, so that ASUU will know that they are serious, and learning and every other thing will continue.
The most complex solutions for the most simple problems, and the most simple solutions for the most complex problems. What we need to do is to look at the solutions that have been provided and implement them. So the entire problem is just implementation of the already suggested solution.
Government, they should give us whatever they are demanding. It's not like they can't provide it. It's not like they can't afford it. But they should at least listen to the cries of the poor masses. They should at least listen and hearken to the voice of we, the students, and help us.
I am just begging the federal government to hear to our cries and at least distribute the money to them. So that is all we have for you today on Niger Feedback. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at First News Nation. I am Blessing Okorie, and thanks for watching.
This is Niger Feedback.